Hello, Horror Geeks. Welcome back to 100 Days of Horror, presented by CityGeek.com. My name is Bob. I'm doing yet another YouTube Live today. I'm just getting a bunch of these knocked off for a couple smaller films between some of the bigger ones that we're discussing. And I want to get kind of caught up. It's day 78 review. It's day 86 in real life. So I'm going to try between today and tomorrow before I leave for a couple days to go to Ohio for a cousin's wedding to get caught up to that period. That way I can just do one a day for the remainder of 100 Days of Horror and look at other things, because we haven't really had a chance to put up non-horror things lately. I did put up the Gemini Man review yesterday after watching that piece of junk. You can find that on YouTube here, or my written review for Joker from when that came out 2 weeks ago. Tony's is on there too. Just follow the GoCV.com, find my Joker review, and you can find Tony's from there. Spoiler, neither of us liked it. But hey, they each their own. But we are looking at 100 horror films we haven't seen the days leading up to Halloween, and posting our reviews on the Facebook group dedicated to that. If you search 100 Days of Horror, you'll find the one with Leatherface on it. Or if you go to cv.com, it's the first post. It's sticky until 100 days is done on the 31st. Today we're talking about today we're looking at 2018's Occupation. It's an Aussie science fiction horror film, mostly science fiction, but I saw it linked up to like Worlds and Alien Invasion movies, and those kind of slide into the genre for me. And if we're watching 100 films, everything kind of, if it pops in there a little bit, it pops in there. I'm going to watch it. I didn't know what it was when I went to watch it. I keep track of everything that's coming out, whether it might be horror, might seem like horror, and I put on a list, and I just like work my way down those lists. So it was rented from Netflix, and that's how I got it. Just put it on there originally, like a couple months ago, and now I got it. So here we are. But this is an Australian alien invasion, more science fiction, but some horror flick, written and directed by Luke Spark. Spark with an E at the end, not whether Sparky or Spark A or just simply Spark. He's directed about 2 or 3 other features beforehand. I haven't seen any of these. Read something Billabong, something I haven't heard of. Nothing against that, because there's so many movies that come out. I'm on the fence about this movie. There's a lot of things I liked, a lot of things I didn't like. First off, it is way too long as a film. It's about 2 hours long. The alien invasion takes place about 20 minutes. And after that, we have the standard group of humans who are surviving. And a standard group is a standard group where you have all the stereotypes involved and their situations, and something we've seen 100 times before in different ways. This reminded me a lot of like maybe a group like World of Worlds type involvement, but then a little bit after that, when it kind of like starting to settle down, and did appreciate the fact that it takes over a while. We see the beginning, and then we see the action, then we see the takedown as things go. We do have Tamora Morrison, who's a New Zealand actor, who's here in Australian films. Like first, like wait, what? I thought this was from Australia, and I'm pretty sure everyone's speaking Australian accent, but he's here. But hey, it works. He brings a credibility to the project because he's a fantastic actor. If you've seen him, you've probably seen a bunch of things outside of Attack of the Clones and for Star Wars, but he's been in so many different things across the board, all over the world. That I always like it when he pops up. You haven't seen, I forget what it's called, but I'm not going to follow. There's a sheep shedding family in New Zealand a couple years ago. The Patriarch, I think it's called. He's fantastic in that as the Patriarch, but that's neither here nor there. We're looking at the Occupation, which is, like I said, I'm on the fence about this. Thought it was well shot. It had a great look to it, but the actors, the characters, all stereotypes. It goes on much longer than it should. We're kind of like, all right, you need to start moving. Very long bit between the beginning of the occupation and the takedown, that's stretched out so far. Though it is, but on the plus side of having a longer feature in this case, you do get to kind of see as those moments come together. It doesn't feel like, oh, we're taking over and then immediately fight back and we win, or some basic thing. You see the buildup of how they start to gain things and gain their knowledge to fight back against these aliens. Unfortunately, the aliens they have a general armor on the outside, but underneath the armor, they look just like regular old extraterrestrials, the grays with the big eyes and everything. So there's some and they kind of look a lot like Halloween masks or bad CG, depending on the shot. So they're not really impressive looking as aliens. There's not a lot of design going to them. So in that way, it's a bit bland in many different ways. The concept is there, and I can maybe see how this could work for Luke Spark, creating a wider something it's easier palatable by a lot of different people to say, hey, I can work on a feature film, a bigger feature film, without being like overly done or underdone in this case. So in that way, maybe it just kind of, it works for that. It kind of feels like a stepping stone from maybe smaller Australian features to something bigger, or maybe just as like a showing to Hollywood. Hey, I can make this type of movie if you give me the chance. But ultimately, ultimately other people liked it better than I did. There were pretty solid reviews from friend Emmy Black, who's on 100 Days of Horror. She really liked it a lot, and I can see what people would like out of it. I just didn't completely work for me, but also didn't completely not work. So it's in the fence. If it's your side of movie, if it's your sort of movie. The thing about doing these live is I can't edit my bad speaking out. Me speak pretty one day, I'm sure. Me feel English, that's impossible, and I have an English degree. But anyway, so if occupation works for you, it works. It's not a lot to talk about generally for it because there's not a lot to go there. So it's anything about Starfish, which I liked a lot more than this. But this isn't really my type of thing. If you're more into science fiction action films, more alien invasion films, this might work better for you than it did for me. But thank you for watching the review today, and the various other reviews that popped up today, and hopefully I find that SD card so I make these look pretty again. So like, comment, subscribe, see what other things we're working on. Pretty soon 100 Days of Horror will be done, and we can talk about other horror films or non-horror films. And thank you for speaking geek with us, and we'll see you next time at City of Geek. Bye. And stream. Yeah, bye.